Hello, and welcome to the Something About Basketball podcast. I'm your host, Paul, and this is my man.
Dylan, and Dylan. I rip and I rhyme and I rip. That is the way that Dylan spits. Because I spit hot fire.
Thanks
For
the second time.
Sorry,
Dylan.
Dylan.
Alright, this is Dylan. We haven't done a pod in over a week because both of us have been, strained of the voice, I believe is the medical term.
Yeah.
I've still labouring under a little bit of a cold or something.
Yeah, I still got a tickle in my throat.
Yeah, we're both very hard done by. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at here. But so guys, we're basically going to do like a state of the NBA podcast.
It's December 3rd.
December 3rd, yeah.
December 3rd. We're a month and change into the season. Actually, I know you want to talk about something else first, but 2 points. Did you see that it looks like in the next CBA, basketball season is going to be moving up to October 15th?
To limit the back-to-backs?
Yeah.
I did, yeah. That's a good thing.
Yep. Yeah. Less preseason, less back-to-backs.
That's a win-win.
Everybody wins.
If ever I've heard one, that's a win-win.
All right, and our second one, don't be pissed off, but I just bought this shirt recently, and it's got the rounded collar instead of the straight one, and I just need an honest opinion. Do I look like a complete doofus?
Dreadful. Yeah.
Damn it.
I didn't want. Do you know the worst thing about it is I hadn't even noticed it until you just pointed it out.
I bought it because I got it made, and it's like, oh, yeah, whatever. I'll try rounded, and I just think it looks super stupid, but I can't return it. So
give the good people a better look at it. It is goofy as a bit. That actually is a bit like goofy eared. Like
I know,
like the actual Goofy.
I know it's disappointing. I never even thought about it, and now I can't get it out of my mind. So
he's a tortured soul.
Russell Westbrook or Bestbrook or
Beastbrook.
Yeah, just
unbelievable.
More like West River because he's putting up big game after big game.
I don't even know what you're talking in Irish guy. What I don't even know what river you're even talking about.
No, instead of brook. River.
Oh,
a brook is very
it's even
small.
worse than I thought, man.
He does play out west though, so.
Yeah, technically.
Jesus, we suck.
Westbrook has been phenomenal. Like he's been incredible.
He's averaging a triple double through 20 games.
It's I was watching. Did you watch the Wizards game?
No, I didn't see much of it.
Like the one thing, it's not even that he's that much different to what he has been. You know, like he's always just been going 110 miles an hour at all times, whatever. But like the fact that he's taken on such a load since Durant went, and like it was the fourth quarter, and I think this one play just epitomizes just what this whole sequence I should say just epitomizes what a beast he is. It's like the Thunder were down by 9 in the fourth quarter. And he came in, he grabbed the defensive rebound, took it the length of the court. He stopped for that, little jumper that he likes at the elbow. So he missed it. I think Markieff Morris comes down with the board. He strips him of the ball, gets it to like Cantor, kicks it up to Oladipo. Oladipo shoots a 3 now. During that quick sequence, Westbrook's already out at the corner 3, right? Oladipo shoots the 3, and Westbrook launches back into the lane, jumps up over the top of like 3 Wizards players, and as the thing comes back, he tips it in. Jeez. And it's just like, to have that energy in the first quarter, and to be able to do all of that is, ridiculous. But to be able to do it at, with like 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and then it went to the rest of the fourth quarter and overtime, and they ended up winning the game by 15 or something like that. But he was throwing passes in transition. He was setting up threes. He was getting to the rim. He was hitting jumpers. It was just frightening. Like
it's unreal. Like, I mean, we play a game of 1-on-1 to 11. By about 0.3, we're just sucking wind, and he's out there, dunking all game, playing like a complete maniac.
It's
Mad
like,
respect. Like,
we've been tied 4 each. We've been tied 4 each for 20 minutes, and we're like both buckled over. No, that's the other thing, because like I was actually thinking about it as, like, I love UFC, right? And I said there's usually two types of fighters. There's the fighter with like crazy cardio who kind of paces themselves over a 5-round fight, and then there's like first round fighters, like not even behemoths, but just guys who are like knockout artists who like like if you're gonna close the distance really quickly and throw a real ferocious combination, it saps your tank. That's going to, it saps your tank a lot. And Westbrook is like a first round fighter for 48 minutes of a basketball game, because all of those things that he does, it's not like Chris Paul where it's kind of like methodical and he, no real wasted, movement, and he kind of probing and whatever. Like Westbrook goes, it's just mind boggling the fact that he's able to keep up that level of intensity and that level of energy, because his triple doubles actually coming in 35 minutes a game.
Yeah. Well, he is a cyborg, so what are you going to do?
35 minutes a game of absolute
balls to
the walls insanity. And the team, and he just, for me, has to be the MVP so far.
Yeah.
And I don't really care that the team is. I mean, what's the team?
12-8. So
12-8. They're good
5
enough.
seed out west.
Yeah, I mean they're good enough. The team is like the fact that the team's having a moderate amount of success. That's probably a bit better than what most people thought, and he's putting up numbers that we haven't seen in 60 years or 50 years or whatever it is.
And even then, like, it's the Oscar comparisons. We're playing at a much slower pace, but
It was 20. It was Tom Haberstroh was talking about it. There's like 20, and back in his time there was 25% more possessions on average in a basketball game. Way more missed shots for rebounds. And what was the other thing? And obviously, like, Oscar was playing like 44 minutes a game. So anyone that tries to, like, did you see your boy Stan went on a rant about him?
Van Gundy?
Yeah, about how he thinks it's a disgrace that players. It was a very get off my lawn kind of rant. It was like about how it's a disgrace that no players want to play over a certain amount of minutes in a game and short practices and all this kind of stuff. But that's besides the point. Westbrook has been incredible. For me, he's easily the MVP thus far. Like, I think he has kind of the fact that the team's winning and he's putting up these historical numbers. He's kind of got a little bit of separation from that incredible pack.
From Harden.
From everyone else who's been incredible. Don't get me wrong, but like I feel like what Westbrook's been doing over the last couple of games and stuff has just been maniac. He's on course to break James Harden's all-time single season turnover rate by 70 turnovers.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, he's pretty good. MVP race right now. So, give me top 5 names. Westbrook. For me, I probably have Harden. Giannis. I cannot believe the Bucks are as good as they are with Middleton out. Like,
again, they are
4, 5, 6, 9 and 8. So they're 6 seed in the East right now.
Trending upwards. So is he. Like, did you watch the game with the Cavs?
Where he just kind of.
Well, like he had an incredible game overall, but like he played on such a sports radio kind of thing to say, but he has that confidence of a guy who knows he can do whatever he wants, and no one can stop him.
He's 21.
21.
Turns 22 like next week or something.
If you're in the East at the moment, that's the boy to watch out for. Well, his numbers at the moment: 22.8 points, 6.1 assists, 8.5 rebounds, 27.
2 steals, 2 blocks.
2 steals, 2 blocks. 27.3 PER. He's in the top 20, and in most cases top 15, top 10 of almost every single category that they track.
Yeah, he's
Like except for obviously 3-point percentage, he it almost across the board, all the advanced stats, all the traditional stats, he's in the top like 20 of them all. And he only started playing basketball like 5 years ago. Like that should frighten people.
yeah, it's
let's have an exasperation off.
so what you're saying is Bucks in 6 over the
over
Warriors.
over the Warriors. Like I don't even think it's going to go to 6. I think they'll probably sweep them. A gentleman's sweep, maybe. I'll give them one game.
Well, Durant will get shut down for sure. Maybe once the Bucks get Jennings right back from the Knicks, figure some way out to get him at a point, they'll take it.
Yeah, Giannis is another. He's just if you really track his career, and if you go back and look at the splits, every single month you see him
Improving.
and it's just incremental improvements over time. And his reputation's finally catching up to the reality on the defensive side of the ball too. I feel like people kind of from last year were like overrating his actual defensive abilities, but he's finally kind of got to that level where he actually is a really good defender now.
You think how many Kirilinkos do you think he'll have this season?
The 5x5.
Yeah.
Has he got any yet?
Not yet.
No.
He's come real close.
I would put the over/under at
3,
2.
2.
I would go 2. It's a very, very, very difficult thing to do.
Oh yeah, it hasn't been done for ages. So
someone did it recently, and the name's escaping me, but yeah, I think that Giannis is incredible, and as you said that they're doing this all without Middleton, who doing this all right. They're one game above 500, but I mean with Tony Snell in that Middleton part, and the whole drama going on with Greg Monroe, like Jason Kidd didn't play him for 3 games, and there seems to be internal kind of problems with him, and I don't know what the deal is with that, but that's I feel like with Greg Monroe and with Okafor, people are getting too caught up with what they could get back for him. I think it could be just an addition by subtraction, or if you were just able to get something moderate back for them. But no. Anyway, what else? What do you want to move on to next?
Well, so that's 3 for MVP. You got 2 other
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Sorry, no. I mean, like if I was going MVP, I'd go.
Would you have Giannis in your top 5? Above
he
5?
He definitely deserves consideration, but like everyone's balling out of their mind. Like it's. I think that Westbrook has separated himself a little bit for number 1. I think Harden, AD, LeBron, Chris Paul, Kawhi. Am I forgetting anyone? I think those guys are all.
DeRozan, maybe.
Oh no!
I know it's weird, but like you look at his numbers, and it's like I guess he kind of has earned the right to get up there.
He's fallen off. He's already kind of started to fall off, and the team success has started to fall off.
It's because he can smell the playoffs, and it's not. He still can't get used to it.
No, I'm not willing to put DeRozan into that category. He's played much better than I expected him to play, but he's still not in. He's not in that tier for me. Anyway.
Yeah.
But no, I think that second tier, you can jumble them up any way you want, and there's no real right or wrong answer. I mean, I think AD has a real shot at the way that he's managed to turn that team around, and he's leading the league in scoring and PER.
He's
from what I can remember the last time I checked it, he probably, for me, if a really gun to my head had to make the choice, I'd probably put him second with Harden third. And maybe like LeBron and Kawhi rounding out the top 5. Chris Paul I'd only dropped down because of the Clippers hit a bit of a rough 3-game patch there. But those are the margins really at the moment.
That's true. Well, shouldn't it be Drew Holiday?
Drew Holiday.
He was the missing ingredient. Went from like 1-11 to 7-11.
You put a competent point guard with an absolute animal like Davis, and shock.
Would you trade Nerlens Noel straight up for Drew Holiday?
No, but I mean I wouldn't only because well they still have that asset contract hanging over them, and
Oh
then
no, no,
and then they've
I
got
mean because that was
in a vacuum. You
no, no,
mean?
no, because that's what Drew Holiday went down there for the
Oh
Pelicans
right,
pick.
oh
So,
yeah, yeah, right enough. Because
so
the Sixers actually got
Noel and
but they got fined by the league because they didn't disclose
Holidays, yeah, yeah, yeah,
an issue Holiday had with his knee, right?
something like that.
In a vacuum, I would take Noel. I
Mm.
think people said Holiday was an all star.
He was an all-star.
He was a
That's good.
fringe all star in a really 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 bad conference.
Yeah, but he was like 22 at the time too, so it's
Good player.
I
Good
hope
player,
he stays
but
healthy, just like basically all of these guys.
and health obviously comes into that whole thing, even though Noel's hurt at the moment. But I think Noel could has a Tyson Chandler type ceiling. Uh, in which case I would in a vacuum I would rather have Noel. But yeah. What about what do you think of the way the Blazers are trending at the moment?
I'm not the biggest fan.
No.
The way they started off, I felt really vindicated, and now they're falling back to the pack. I think they're 500. Yeah, so they're 10-10. Um, I mean, Evan Turner is making a lot of money,
For doing fuck all.
and he's not.
Oh god, that was
like
the worst contract when you heard it, and it's even worse now.
I mean, I was hopeful. Like I thought that he had some success in Boston, running that second team, but now it's just
Needs the ball.
he does need the ball. And if he like, I feel like if he comes in off their bench, he could do something. But he's not been doing anything. He's been like bitching is the sense that I get, and it's
Well, this is the thing with the Blazers, and I'd actually like to go back to our season preview and look and see exactly what I said. But this is my thing with the Blazers. Since LaMarcus left, with the exception of a January in which they went 12-3, I want to say. Last year they went 12-3 in January. They've been a 500 team.
yeah.
They've been for the rest of the time they've been a 500 team basically. They had that one really good stretch in January, and for the rest of the time, they've kind of went 500 in the rest of their games. So like I don't believe in the McCollum Lillard backcourt going forward, and I think that's not a slide against McCollum in a thing, but Lillard needs to be paired with a big shooting guard who can take. When the Hardens come to town, when whoever else, even at the likes of a DeRozan or someone comes to town, that you've got, or someone that you can then hide Lillard on the weaker, smaller guard, whoever that happens to be. But the fact that you've also got a small guard with in McCollum, I don't see it.
So what you're saying is the Blazers need to draft Dwayne Bacon.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
No, so that's the thing. That's for me. I think I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that backcourt going forward. I think Lillard has been oversold as a top 10 player. He's a fringe top 15, top 16 guy in my opinion. And they have they've no real kind of dangerous player in the front court. They've got a couple of nice players, but no one that can give them. Well, we had that whole conversation last week. Don't want to get into that again, but I just don't really believe in the team, and everyone keeps talking about how they signed all these guys like Aaron Crabb and whoever to all these contracts because they're collecting assets. Who wants any of these guys?
Yeah. Crabb.
Who's giving up anything for anyone outside of McCollum or Lillard?
So it seems like they're going out. They're getting like they're big men. They have Thomas Robinson, right?
Yeah.
So they're getting like top 10 lotto picks from other teams. Like they got Thomas Robinson. They got Vonleh. Vonleh was what, like 7th?
I had some faith that Noah Vonleh might have panned out, but it's starting to look silly the longer the things go on.
Well, especially you go and then you look. Who's the Pacers guy?
Miles Turner.
Like.
He's good.
He turned it on this season.
And he turned it. So I'm sorry, I wasn't going to go through with it.
Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
Definitely kind of want to see one of those guys, stop being so stiff and show a little bit of fluidity.
I don't think. That's just it. I think.
They're in a rough spot. Like they're always gonna be around 6 seed to maybe down. If they miss the playoffs, they're still gonna be a 10. So they're gonna be picking not unless then they'll never win the lottery.
I like Terry Stotts. I like Lillard if he's paired with the right players, and I'm not sure that he has those right players around him.
Yeah.
I think they have to seriously consider trading McCollum in one of those trades to try and shake things up. But
you think there's a trade to be made? Paul George, McCollum, and Vonleh maybe. Well, I guess the Pacers
you'd have to give them if I was trading Paul George, I'd want the sun, the moon, and the stars back from him.
For sure.
But in the form of picks, and again to align with Miles Turner, you get rid of Ellis, who's not doing anything this year. Like Mount Ellis is dreadful. If that's the way I would go, because I don't think there's a chance in hell that Paul George is going to re-sign with the Pacers.
Well, he's kind of country dude.
He grew up in Los Angeles. Did grew up in California?
Paul George?
He's from California.
Yeah, he's a Cali dude, but like I know, like, I guess famously going out fishing all the time with
You saying Californians can't fish?
It's dry as fuck out there.
Going to insult 70% of our listenership. No, I just don't see it going forward. This is the way I break it down. Look, you hold out on the top 3 or 4 players. You hold out on LeBron. You hold out on KD. You hold out on Steph, and maybe Eddie or someone like that. A guy who's just a
game changer,
generational player. You roll the dice and see if you can get them back into the fold, because the chances of getting another one of those guys is just so. But once you get out into that great player, but not like generational player,
the next team tier, NBA.
The next tier of guys. I think you don't want to lose them for nothing. You struck gold by what did they get PG at
10.
Was it 10?
10 or 11 or something?
11. I thought it was maybe even lower than that. But like getting him at that number is like that's a hitting the lottery within the lottery. You know what I mean?
That's like getting Kawhi at 15.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just, and I don't think you're going to be able to re-sign him. You can't unless Paul George is really, really, really sold that Miles Turner in a year from now is going to be
just even better.
It's going to be like an all NBA type performer, but I can't see him improving to that extent that quickly. But
not with McMillan.
So I if you could get back some serious assets and maybe a couple of young guys for him, I think it would make more sense to go that route than kind of waiting around for him to leave.
Why not go the other way and go Melo for Paul George straight up?
Yeah.
Who says no to that? Both teams?
Both teams go to, sure. No, they don't. No, the Knicks would take that. Assuming Carmelo would okay that trade.
Yeah.
The Knicks would be like, fuck it, we'll give you half the roster if we can get Paul George to pair with Porzingis. But no, I think what about that bullshit with Larry Bird? I love Larry Bird and everything. What the bullshit that he pulled in the off season when he
Vogel?
got rid of Vogel because he wanted to play this up tempo game and then
players they tune out coaches after like 3 or 4 years.
I know I couldn't possibly listen to them again.
Go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Are actually good and relevant with fucking Roy Hibbert looking all world and we just throw it away.
Well, no.
No. As a Magic fan. Clearly, it was Vogel's time to go.
Well, do you want to talk about the Magic?
Yeah.
What about you've watched more? I've watched a good few of the games, but you've watched more than what I have.
Yeah.
What if I give you what I like and what I don't like, and you kind of tell me what you think of either of them?
For sure.
The likes, both of us kind of said that we were pretty sure that Vogel could get them up into the top 6, top 7 of defensive efficiency, and that's already kind of coming to fruition. That was a great win against San Antonio. They held the Spurs to 83.
Yeah.
And no one could say anything about that win. That's a quality win because the Spurs had a 3-day rest.
Yep.
Before
on the road.
And they were on the road, and they held them. Offense was ugly as a bitch. Like what? So
And how?
I like the way the defense is going. I like, again, from a purely defensive point of view, I like the Biyombo, Ibaka, Gordon front court partnership. That's a really, really tough front court to score on, because I think Aaron Gordon is a better defender, a way better defender than Andrew Wiggins or Giannis. Giannis maybe it's close though. Gordon's a really, really, really good defender.
Giannis is got 2 inches and 6 feet of arms on Gordon, so it's. I think Giannis, he's a freak.
I think eventually Giannis will be the better defender, but Gordon from up and coming wings is what I'm trying to say. Gordon's right there on the defensive side of the ball. I think he's way better at this time than Wiggins is, and he's about comparable to Giannis. But yeah, I like that. I like that side of it. I like the fact that Serge is shooting a healthy amount of threes and he's making them. Everyone got. Couple of people are like, oh yeah, Serge, he's throwing up 15 and 7, and who gives a shit about that? But he's not being asked to be an incredible scorer. He's come in, and Vogel wants him to anchor the defense, use his experience, and then on offense he's spacing the floor as best as he can for that gang. But yeah, those are the things that I like. The things that I don't like Aaron Gordon at the 3 on offense. He really seems to have, his progress is really stunted this year in a lot of ways. Just starting Jeff Green, what in the name of all that is holy was Vogel thinking? And then finally, once if they trade Vucevic, if they trade him, and then that way you've got more time that you could play Gordon at the 4. It frees up more front court minutes you get staggered a little bit better so that he gets more time at the 4 on offense. But hopefully you could maybe get someone like a guard back or someone that can help to really create shots and score the ball a little bit. But I don't know who that player is. But yeah, what do you think?
Well, with the Magic, Aaron Gordon has been incredible at the 3 defensively. He's holding I think opposing shooters to 36%. But on the flip side, he's shooting 37% himself.
Yeah.
I think he's 27% from deep, which obviously needs to get better. They played the Sixers today, got a real easy, real solid, nice little win. I think Gordon threw up 20, and I think he was 2 for 4 from deep.
Yeah.
So I like him at the 3. I really do. When he was guarding the 4s last year, he was holding them to 48, 49%. And I think it's more valuable to have an absolute lockdown small forward. Just a way that because who are the good small forwards in the league? You got LeBron, you got Durant, you got Melo, you got PG. You just rattle them off. Wiggins going to get time at the small forward. You need somebody who can come in, not just slow them down, but take those guys kind of out of the game a bit. And versus the 4s, he's not that big. He's still 6'9". He's not gonna have the same type of advantages. His big advantage is his speed, which he can use that on defense against small forwards more. He's still working on his strength. He's still got stuff, and he's not gonna get bullied down low because he's a fucking beast. He's an athletic freak. But I feel like just having him at the 3, I think it's gonna make more sense long term. Assuming he can end up,
being good on offense,
being decent on offense. If he can put up 15 points a game and shoot if he can start hitting, the mid-range too, and if he can start hitting the three, if he can start hitting 35, 36 from deep, that's a big ass. It's tall ass.
It's not like until it gets to a point where opponents respect his shooting at all. Like, I mean, he's just going to find it really, really difficult playing the three.
Yeah.
The thing that I would kind of I mean I respectfully disagree that long term he makes more sense at the three. I think he could get he could get better at defending fours, as things go along, and depending on like switching, he can maybe kind of free like roam a little bit and kind of cause havoc that way. But on offense, I think that the best that you can really hope out of this little experiment is that getting reps handling the ball in game situations and making plays on the perimeter will make him better just overall in the long run and more versatile in the long run. But I do think that he's a guy who, like, he's just so quick and dunks everything in existence.
Yeah.
That having him around the basket, he should be a 58% field goal percentage guy. He should literally be. I think the fact we've talked before about how Fournier is so good in transition and the numbers bear that out. The Vogel, and that's the thing, Vogel, like, I mean, that's apparently why Larry Bird got rid of him, because he didn't want to play up pace.
Yeah.
The Magic are 22nd or 23rd in pace at the moment. Ideally, with Fournier and Gordon, get him involved in transition. Just go to the races, and I know he plays a bit more of a conservative, methodical, slow it down kind of thing. But coaches have to evolve a little bit. Like, I love Vogel and I love what he's putting together from a defensive side.
But how are you gonna be out there running with Ibaka?
Don't have
Biyombo
to. Don't really have to. Like, I mean, Gordon can get down the floor quicker than almost anyone in the league.
But if he's handling the ball,
doesn't have to though. Like if him and Fournier can get out and get some easy buckets in transition, I mean, it doesn't have to be push the ball, push it when it's there. Is all I'm saying. Push it when it's there, which they don't seem to be doing too much from what I've seen. But again, you've watched them more than what I have.
Yeah, I mean, when they're getting steals and they're getting the opportunities, but off boards, like Biyombo, especially Biyombo, he's a monster on the glass. He'll get it. He's not gonna push it. Like, it's coach's prerogative to
you don't want that to
pass
happen.
it out. But I mean, I do agree, because especially Elfrid Payton as well. He's quick and he can get up and down. He's good in transition.
I said before we started, I like Augustine in the with the starters more than Payton. Like,
no, and I tend to agree with you on that.
35% shooter from three.
And he gives them, because I mean, that starting unit, like Vucevic is a pretty nice, like, he spaces the floor pretty well. He's a good shooter. Ibaka's a good shooter. Gordon can't shoot anything. Fournier is a good shooter. And so you have those, then the spacing issues are less of a concern. But I don't know. They're growing. Gordon is still, I think he's still only 20, 21, so he's still young. He's got time to get into it, but he needs to start finding his role. He's said all the right things. He's doing well.
He seemed to be, I mean, I how much can you really tell from a workout video? But, like, I was watching one of his workouts, and he was doing loads of kind of like dribbling two balls at once, and they were hitting him with, like, he was doing loads and loads of work on his shot, loads and loads of work on his handle, and hopefully that'll start paying dividends in the long term. But the thing is as well, like, maybe Vogel isn't really, maybe all of the practice time is being devoted mostly to defense.
Yeah,
we don't really know. He's a defensive minded coach. Maybe at the moment he's focused so much on establishing this defensive identity that they're not getting into the offense as much. But here's the thing. This is the way I look at it. They're 8 and 12. Didn't I look at it? Yeah, they're 8 and 12 at the moment. Offense has looked
dreadful,
awful I mean, whatever. But
cracked 100 today. Woo!
yeah, but
Papa John's for
if you're
everybody.
if you're a top five defense consistently over the course of an 82 game season, you will be in games.
Yeah.
And that's the long and the short of it. Now, if they can elevate that offense from putrid to
respectable,
not even respectable this year, 25th,
mediocre.
You know, I'm not even going to give you mediocre. It's been so bad. Like
no. If we can elevate to mediocre, I think
with the right trade, hopefully, we said at the start of the year, in the preview, I said, look, if they were 2, I wouldn't be surprised if they were 2-8. I think I said 2-8 out of the gate. Hey, see that? Should have been a rapper, but that in the long run you'd start to see
the
what
the
defense coming through, and they'd finally have an identity, and that's all anyone has harped on this team is what's the direction. Well, the direction could be a top 3 defense.
Yep.
And with the right personnel moves, get rid of that. Jesus Christ, get rid of Jeff Green. Get rid of him as soon as you possibly can.
He needs. I mean, he needs to go.
Yeah.
I know everybody hates Jeff Green, and I tried to like him. I really did, but man, he's on the court and he'll do some good things, and then he'll just make the most idiotic plays. And I know it's a 1-year contract, but man.
He can't read. He can't rebound. He can't defend. He can't shoot. He's actually been a net negative every season of his career. He's been a net negative. He's never had a positive impact on a team. So get rid of Jeff Green. Try and get a guard back for Vucevic to help with the space and help with the offense. Try and try and stagger the minutes in a way that you could try and get Gordon some more time at the 4, and then Jesus give Hazonia some cocaine or give him something to bring him back to life.
I mean, if you get Green off the team, that opens.
Get him off.
Then
Sorry.
If you get Green away, if you
put him in a body bag and bring him to a canal somewhere.
Nah, just not even that. Just send him on the bench.
Yeah.
I don't think he should be murdered, but give him some DMPs.
On the Something About Basketball podcast, we do not advocate murder. Yeah.
I don't at least, Paul.
A guy with a goofy collar on is not gonna give you that.
I need one of those funny bow ties that spins.
No.
Jody Meeks is back. He got his first MERN of the season with Magic today, and he looked good. I'm thinking he comes back and he can hit shots. The offense gonna pick up.
I don't know if this team really needs more shooting though.
Yeah, so I know we're full of sharpshooters, but
as I said, look, I think all in all, as much doom and gloom and negativity, and as horrible as a lot of things have looked on the team, to me they're trending towards a positive identity, assuming they're able to make the right personnel moves, which is not a guarantee given recent history.
Oh yeah, and even in that Grizzlies game, which they completely blew, like they had I think a 5-point lead with 40 seconds, and then they just gacked it up. But they're making it's baby steps. They're getting there, but they're 2-1 on this 5-game road trip right now. Granted, the 76ers shouldn't really, be in the actual NBA. Go back to the D League, relegate.
Yeah, them. People in glass houses.
8-12, dog.
Yeah. No, but I mean, come on, it's not like you guys are 19-1 here,
I guess they're not the Mavs.
Yeah. Mavs, Jesus. What about? I wanted to talk a little bit about the Cavs. I was, some good things I'm seeing, some not worrying things. I mean, not gonna be worried 20 games into a season when you won the title the last season, but
you're the number 1 seed this year as well.
The East. But yeah, they're at the moment they're 17th in D, which has gone remarkably underreported. I haven't read anything about, unless I'm just just not searching hard enough. But I haven't read anything on their D at the moment, and like, did you see J.R. Smith going to hug?
Yeah, Jason Terry.
Jason Terry.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man! Like, I mean, again, could be championship hangover. I remember the Lakers 2001. They were at a similar. They were like in the lower half of the league in D, and then
in the playoffs come around in 16-1,
20. I think it was actually like 15 games before the regular season ended. They just went like that, and they just amped it up, and then they went 15-1. Best postseason team I've ever seen in my lifetime.
Probably the best postseason team ever.
It's the best I've seen.
It was domination. Shaq Diesel, baby.
Yeah, Shaq. I don't know if it's like if they're just kind of coasting by a little bit at the moment, and they're not too worried about. I mean, LeBron's kind of delegated so much of the offense into Kyrie and Love's hands, and they're finally using Love in a productive way.
Well, that Tyronn Lue sitting up there saying, "All right, our game plan this game, Love, I want you to score 32 points this quarter."
34 points this quarter.
Well, the plan was for 32.
Yeah,
Lue,
but then
come on,
I went.
He's Love. He just likes to overachieve.
He
scored what 6 the rest of the game.
Something like it was actually annoying because he had he could have
could have broken Wilt's record, dog.
He could have broke Clay's quarter record.
37,
but then the last couple of minutes, like Kyrie came down and started shooting a couple of shots, and I was like screaming at my screen, like, pass him the ball. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing coming down and shooting the ball? He got a chance to make history here. Been like, his name might as well have been Kevin much maligned Love for the last 2 years. Give him his moment. And like Love was like, there was one time where he come down and Kyrie come around the screen and Love was on the other side of the 3-point line and he was like this here and Kyrie comes in and shoots up like some stupid. I mean, any other time it wouldn't have annoyed me, but it was just like, get him the effing ball. What are you doing to me here? Like,
you don't think Love had his moment with the was it the fourth quarter of Game 7 last year when he just hustled his heart out on Curry and
let's not go over old ground, but look, LeBron has looked really, really good as well, and he could be about to do something. I mean,
he's player of the month, so
he could be about to do something kind of completely unprecedented. He could, like, in the first, like, he could be going into like the second half of his career, and I could see LeBron averaging 10 assists a game for the next 4 or 5 seasons. Depend.
He's gonna be in the league for like 10 seasons, dude.
Huh?
He's gonna be in the league for like the next 10 years.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, there's some part of me back in the deep recesses of my brain just still won't accept that it's possible for a player to go through their entire career without ever getting a really bad injury. And touch wood that he doesn't. But
are you older or younger than LeBron?
He is a year older than me.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought he was only 31.
No, but he'd be coming 32 in December. Look into this is December. He's 32 this month, I'm pretty sure. I think his birthday's later this month.
Is it?
Yeah. Why?
I'm just curious. What have you ever done with your life?
I'm sure LeBron's like sitting about in his locker room going like, I had 32, 10 and 7 tonight, but like Paul made a wicked lesson plan.
Well, to be fair, you got Lizette's homework right there. Love I LeBron.
Yeah, I love
LeBron. Make it an actual sentence.
Yeah. What do you call it? No, so that's but we've never really seen a player have this type of career where they would be capable of, like, he's been that consistent 27, 7 and 7 guy where you've been used to him scoring in like the high 20s, but to be able to then turn around and say, actually, I think I'm going to start putting up Chris Paul numbers.
Yeah.
Instead of, I don't know, Michael Jordan numbers. Because he's basically had Michael Jordan numbers, only a little bit less scoring, a little bit more passing and rebounding.
It was Magic numbers.
But no, I mean Magic numbers would have been 19 and 13.
Yeah.
So he's probably he's going more towards Magic, but like that's what I'm saying. He's like the best point guards in the league at the moment. I mean, most of them, average kind of 23, 24 points and maybe 10 assists or something in that region, like a prototypical Johnny Wall. His friends call him Johnny, league insiders like me. But
I thought it was Jim.
yeah, so like I just can't think of another player who'd be able to do that, who'd be able to just get into like such a different kind of. He's always been a facilitator, but like to totally change your whole. It's just incredible. He's incredible.
Well,
there's no other words for it. Like
he's adapting. He's entering the Ben Simmons phase of his career.
Yeah.
He knows what's up. He knows
he saw Ben in summer league and decided he needed to change a few things.
He's assimilating into the process.
Imagine if that was actually the reason why LeBron came out and started dishing all these times. He's like, this motherfucker's coming in like thinking he's gonna.
You think he's gonna be me?
Yeah.
I'll show him me.
I'm gonna be the most incredible version of me that's ever come across. But
would he get your class gold star? LeBron James
being
the best LeBron James he can.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was happy for Kevin Love when he was able to contribute in that last game of the finals. I'm happy because I was like back when he was on Minnesota, I was a massive Kevin Love fan, and I used to get into arguments with people online. I used to get into arguments with people online over who was better. There was always that argument: is it Love, Aldridge, or who would have been thrown into that argument for best power forward? Love, Aldridge, or like
Darren Williams.
Yeah, or Chris Bosh probably at that time.
I guess Bosh.
And most people, maybe I don't think he was really ever in that conversation too much. But the argument used to be Love or Aldridge, and I thought it was just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I thought it was a no-brainer that Love was the better player, more impactful player, and I feel like
down, 14 boards again, like 26 and
26 and 14, but like at the moment his per 36 month numbers are actually as good, if not better, than almost every season he's had, including all those ones. And he's shooting like 43% from three, and it just shows you that when he's actually feeling appreciated and he's being involved in it, and he's hustling more, he's pulling down more boards. He's like, you can just tell that those sort of things, affect a player.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're just Johnny Arsehole over in the corner standing, waiting, you're not gonna really want to do anything.
Did he put some weight back on?
That was the other thing last year.
I know he was kind of not emaciated, like he was still.
He had the shoulder problem. Remember, who was it pulled his shoulder out?
Olenek.
Olenek, yeah. The assassination.
What a scumbag, dude.
The assassination of Kevin Love
Boston dirty dog
by the coward Kelly Olenek. So I think he couldn't really lift weights last summer, and then he came into camp and had to kind of play himself into shape and all those other issues with David Blatt and stuff. But he's looked good, and although as I say, I have a few concerns with the Cavs D, because you don't want to get too far into that. Oh, we can hit the switch, because
for sure.
Habits are formed over time, and I think the Lakers are the outlier.
Definitely.
Rather than the rule, they're not.
They're the outlier, and then they regress to the mean that Gary Payton and Karl Malone year.
Well, that was 2004.
Yeah, it's like you could see it, and nobody made a big deal about their laps because everybody had seen them kind of
at their best.
Well, no, everybody had just seen them, dog it and then turn it on for basically the last since that 2001 team.
Did you ever hear what Shaq said to the team whenever all the reporters were having a go at him and the team was getting on him about not performing and stuff, and he went into the locker room and said, "If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best."
Yeah, he's wearing that white Marilyn Monroe dress, right?
I hate those memes. Oh, I hate those memes so much. As Marilyn Monroe bullshit.
Well, you should get off Facebook then.
No, but like you can't avoid them. You go on social media like once every fortnight. You'd still see something.
That's the only post.
Still see something like no harm to you, Katie, but it's nothing to do with that. You're just an asshole.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
All right. And back to
Digression.
the real questions. I think Steven Adams would win a fight, but you think Rudy Gobert would win?
That's exactly what the question was supposed to be. Yeah, who would win a fight between Steven Adams and Rudy Gobert?
Explain yourself. Why is Gobert?
In a fight or in the actual question?
Both.
In a fight, Adams would rip his head off. Like Adams would knock 7 shades of shite out of him. But in who I think is the better player at the moment, and probably going forward, I think that Gobert is. And Gobert is, still is the more impactful defender. The numbers bear that out. Gobert's top 3 or 4 in every advanced statistical category. He, second in the league in true shooting percentage. I think there is an argument that, and again, I love Steven Adams, but there is an argument that maybe Adams brings some toughness to the table. He's got better range in that he can shoot out to about 10 feet. Gobert shoots it's 70% at the rim, 69.5. So he literally every single thing that gets fed in him, he puts it away. He's hyper efficient on offense, even if he doesn't have that much range.
If he doesn't take other shots,
he can move it for such a big guy with that condor wingspan. He can move his feet. He can defend in space, and he defends the rim better than anyone in the league, bar none.
Yeah.
So,
Whiteside.
I think he's still a better. The percentage at the rim isn't always the whole story. It's about kind of like the area, deterrent shots, and everything. I think you can maybe make an argument when the player actually goes up to challenge Whiteside that maybe he's better, but I don't know. Plus, Whiteside plays in the East. That's an easier conference, but I always have to hate on the East. So.
Clearly.
But overall, as I said, I think Adams is better in the pick and roll. I would say, he has a little bit more range. He's still a really, really good defender. He brings a lot of toughness, and he's a presence in there. But overall, I think most of the numbers would support my opinion that Gobert's a better player.
Does Adams have a nickname?
The big Kiwi bird.
What about the Maori Madman?
The Maori Madman, I like that.
Yeah, I just thought of that. I think if I stole that from somebody, I don't think I did though. I think I just came up with that. The Maori Madman versus the Stifle Tower.
Stifle Tower is a good nickname.
It's
most NBA nicknames are dreadful, but that's...
What do you mean, dude? The Durantula.
The mailman, because he always delivers. Oh, piss off.
Rain Man was pretty good.
Rain Man was okay. I think a lot of it depends on whether the player is actually cool.
Yeah. The glove was pretty fucking stupid. Sorry, GP.
The glove's stupid, but Gary Payton, because Gary Payton was such a badass, I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
But
how do you feel about the claw for Kawhi?
It's awful.
All I can think of is liar, liar with with fucking Carrie Ells or whoever doing the lame version of the claw, and it's like
no, I'm not a fan of most sports nicknames.
Well, you don't like King James, right?
King James is awful.
Flash. Not that D-Wade even uses that anymore.
Flash is okay.
I thought Flash was pretty cool.
It's okay.
Yeah. So I guess from the Gobert-Adams fight to what is your one favorite nickname in the league, if you have one?
Oh, shit.
Maori Madman?
Maori Madman, that's probably my favorite. I can't really think of any off the top of my head that I actually like. Most of them I think are stupid. MMA nicknames are even worse.
Yeah.
But
it's Eric Gordon. That's the best.
Yeah, Eric Gordon. It's so imaginative, like.
He does. Hey, his name's Aaron.
Is it?
Yeah.
Seriously?
2 A's.
Nice.
Because he's double A talents.
No. Yeah. Cat. I hate abbreviated nicknames.
Those are the worst.
Cat's a terrible nickname.
KG was alright because it was like the first that I was
heard.
Really aware of.
Big Ticket was like.
That's stupid.
Whatever.
D12.
Terrible.
PG-13 because I guess Do you guys have PG-13 movies?
Still a terrible.
It's real tacky. It's like PG-13 movies. You know,
It's
you
awful.
don't want to associate yourself with that.
CP3. You know, your nickname is like after a geeky robot out of a geeky movie. I mean, it's like there's none of them. They're all crap.
Shit. AD is real dumb. I mean, the brow is so unimaginative.
I mean, he's kind of like from a marketing standpoint, it's a very recognizable thing, and it's cheesy and it's whatever. It makes sense from that point of view, but it's a crap nickname.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know how many NBA players like again. You have to be really, really. There's always only a handful of really, really cool players in the league at any one time, and I feel like you have to have a really noticeable identity, and you have to be really cool to pull off a good nickname.
Why is it that Dirk Nowitzki's first name is Dirk, which is a synonym for like a kind of dagger?
Okay.
Why would nobody be like Dirk? When he hits a game clinching three, like not even anything else, because Dirk with the dagger doesn't make sense. You can't say Dirk with the Dirk.
This
sounds like
this line of conversation really suits that color. Dirk is already anyone outside of Germany is already quite a unique name, so you probably don't really need a nickname in that case. I don't think you need a nickname the vast majority of the time anyway, unless it's the Tarantula, the Slim Reaper. Do you remember that one when KD was going mad? Was terrible too, but whatever. I don't even know how we got onto this, but Gilbert Arenas.
Agent Zero or Hibachi.
They were okay.
I mean, I thought with more than anything, I like Gilbert Arenas' personality. This shows how
because you're
a huge homer I am, but
you're in favor of guns in locker rooms.
Hey, dude, beloved Magic player Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah. No, I can't really think of anything else pressing that I want to talk about basketball related. What are you going to do the rest of the weekend?
Go study tomorrow. Meet up Taiwanese girl, so that'll be alright. I got no...
That's her actual name, by the way, Taiwanese girl.
Mm.
Yeah, birth certificate, first name Taiwanese, second name girl.
Buddy's coming up to Seoul. Like, he went down to Daegu today. He's going to go break it off with his girl of 3 years. So.
You sure really want that? What if he sees this podcast?
What if she sees it?
Well, it's not going to happen.
Spoil it out. That's what she gets for waiting for the last 50 minutes. So.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, so he wants to get up and drink, but I don't know if I want to go all the way out there because it's going to involve basically staying over because it's Subway.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And plus, I don't want to drink until 6 a.m. and completely fuck tomorrow. I've gotten mature or...
You don't want to drink till 6 a.m.?
Yeah, because he doesn't even get back in until like 12:30 tonight, so I know that it's going to be a complete shit show, and I don't know.
Yeah.
You're going to just go out, get some nice green tea.
Fantasize about sugar. Yeah, I'm on this ridiculous, called diet, but I gave up sugar and alcohol for a month.
And
caffeine. I don't know why I did it, or I don't know why I even started it, but I've started it and I want to finish it. So I'm just gonna sit at home and fantasize about Mars bars and I don't know, look at pictures of fried chicken and beer and just hope this go.
Longing.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks more of crap to go.
Is your back alright?
It's getting better.
You're gonna be able to go out and ball before it becomes way too cold?
I could try it. I could give it a go. Let me just go out and shoot around and stuff.
Right.
Anyway, guys, thanks very much for listening.
Especially
we're just sitting here having this little conversation about nonsense.
Alright, so anyway, God, our job, so much.
No.
Yeah, no. Let's cut it off.
Anyway, guys, thanks very much for listening. As always, if you can subscribe on YouTube, give us a like, follow us on Twitter. That's at SAB Podcast. And podcast is available on audio on SoundCloud. So again, look up SAB Podcast. you'll see both of our ugly mugs. And yeah, guys, thanks very much for listening. And we'll catch you guys next week, hopefully.
Peace.
Yeah.